Now if you have any question, Wula, before we do the adhan, tfaddal. Yeah, the brother is saying is in Ramadan you are eating suhoor and the muadhin or the adhan is going on. What do? You continue eating or you throw it? So if you know that the adhan, the muadhin is making the adhan on time, you throw it. If you know that he's making adhan before time, you continue eating and you stop. Is that clear? طيب تفضل.
Sometimes in some of the masajid they don't follow 90-minute rule for Isha, especially when it comes late. So they wouldn't pray 11:25. They would pray, let's say, 11:10.
Here in Calgary?
Yes. So
it's haram to pray before time, and it's not for the whole year. It's only for a short period of time in June, couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks. Wallah. If you try to be in the safe side and pray in a different masjid, is better for you, and or for someone who knows about this rule. Or you talk to administration. And I talked to some brothers here in other places, and they delayed, alhamdulillah, Isha till 11:25. It's only 10 minutes. The one who prays, who waits till 11:10, is it difficult for him to wait till 11:25? It's only 10-15 minutes. Do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Unless someone is facing some difficulty, and then it's okay for him to combine, wallahu ta'ala a'lam, as long as he doesn't or she doesn't make it a habit. Yes, akhi.
Sheikh, with regards to the Fajr time, so let's say you take the safer opinion where you follow the earlier time, that way you are not eating.
The safer is not for the whole year, it's only in Ramadan.
Yes, yes.
Actually, our timing, local timing is safer for the whole year. For Ramadan, Isna time is safer. For Ramadan, North America time, the one that is found in your smartphone, is safer, 15 minutes before. For the whole year, our timing is better for the rest of the year. For prayer.
But still in Ramadan, if you were to take the one that's safer, so it's earlier.
You stop 15 minutes before.
Stop 15 minutes before, but let's say you're the type that you want to do, you finish your suhoor, you hear the adhan, and you want to pray right away, and then go back.
You finish your suhoor before you follow our local timing.
You follow the isna, so you stop 15 minutes before. But if you pray right away now, you may be praying.
Yeah, you can. I don't advise you to pray right away, based on isna timing. You wait, you pray based on our timing.
So you're fasting on one time and you're praying on another time.
If you want to be in the safe side.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. But if you want to continue eating till our local timing, the ayah will support the ayah in the Quran. Will support your choice. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, keep eating and drinking until it is clear to you the difference between the white thread and the black thread. Here we have timings, we are not sure about it. Most of them are estimated. So you are not sure. So this is the fatwa of some prominent scholars like Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen. He said if you are not sure, you can continue eating until you are sure that this is the timing you have to stop. But not beyond our local timing. Otherwise we will not have a rule. Huh? Not beyond our local timing. So I'm not responsible for that. Huh? Jama'ah. Don't, if you got this understanding today, raise your hand and talk about it. Speak out. I didn't say that you are allowed to continue eating in Ramadan beyond our local timing. Did I say this? Okay? Jazakumullah khair. Tfaddal. I meant the brother, could you wait? I'll come to you.
Can you explain, there is a lot of controversy on Friday prayer time as well.
Friday is a different issue. Praying before Zawal?
Yeah, 12:30 some people say it's not allowed to pray.
Yeah, we did 2 times. We did full khutbahs about the differences between the ulama, Hanbali madhab and Abu Ishaq ibn Rahawayh, and different scholars who said it's okay, so it's not okay, who said it's okay. Valid legal fiqh differences between the ulama. But I might talk about it on a different occasion. If this khutbah is recorded, we can send you the link, inshallah. I'm not sure if it is recorded. If it was recorded, I'll send you the link. But it is a valid fiqhi opinion. The Hanbali school of thought, they said it's allowed. It's okay to pray before Zawal. So it's a different issue. It's not here. Tonight in this halaqah we try to talk about these issues of different timings regarding Fajr and Isha. Yeah, no, the brother over there, I promised him.
MCC has announced quarter after 11 throughout the Ramadan without anything.
Well, as I said, some local imams made their ijtihad and they decided to decrease the 90 minutes to 80 minutes some days, and between 80 to 90. So it is their ijtihad. I talked to some of the brothers who are in charge, and he said there are differences of opinion and we are going to stick with this timing. Okay? But it is a responsibility that to tell you the results of my observations and research. It is a responsibility. I cannot keep quiet. I cannot be politically correct about these issues. With all due respect to other ijtihadat, other opinions. When we disagree with other people, we still have to disagree with respect. I always tell you that we disagree with respect. But I cannot be politically correct about this issue. Is a matter of prayer. It's a prayer, salat. And the ulama, all of them agreed that it is haram to pray before time. And it is only for few days. For few days. Like maybe 1 week, 2 weeks in June. So maybe maximum 3 weeks, wallahu ta'ala. And I'm trying to be in the safe side. If you live beside a musalla that prays, in which people pray at 11:10, 11:15, try to go to another place or delay your prayer. Or pray with them jama'ah and then pray at home. This is what some sahabas used to do. They lived at the time of some khulafa. They used to delay the prayer. They pray in jama'ah to keep, to stay united with the community, and they go home and they repeat their prayer. It's only for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It's up to you. Naam. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I just have a question about.
I'm sorry, I'll come back to you.
Usually, like in Calgary, they have like for Maghrib and so they have like sunset and sunrise. How about the Maghrib? If I go through like the water canal, like sunset and 5 minutes after, how safe that is?
The sunset that is announced on TV and everything? Yeah, it's okay, it's fine. And sunrise is good too. They're good. But try to have a timetable. We will have a timetable for the whole year, and for this Ramadan, inshallah, it will be ready most likely next Friday to be distributed here.
Yes, Sheikh, if you are doing like a delivery job and you're going outside Calgary often, what's the distance you need to do safar prayer?
The safar prayer, the distance for traveling is 80 kilometers, 83 kilometers. So if it is less than 83, it shouldn't be a valid distance. Wallahu a'lam. Yani it's not something that is agreed upon, but this is the opinion of majority of scholars. So around 83 kilometers. So if it is beyond 83 kilometers, you can benefit from the concessions of traveling. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. Just to be in the safe side. Deep inside, I believe there is no difference between 83 and 70 kilometers. But this is the number that was mentioned by majority of scholars. So to respect their opinion, we follow this rule. Wallahu ta'ala. Just to be in the safe side. Yes, brother, at the back.
I heard somewhere in a lecture that there is a hadith saying that the time between Maghrib and Isha is the time it takes to cut a camel or something. And that's about 1 hour. Have you heard about that hadith? I
don't know about this hadith, but the time is not the same. Even in the Middle East, the ulama, they said it is between 1 hour and 10 or 1 hour, sometimes in some countries till 1 hour and a half. It depends. It's different from different, depends on, the location and the season of the year. So it's not the same for the whole year. There is no doubt about it. But I'm saying 90 minutes is okay in the summer time in Calgary. It's not good for the whole year. But it's okay, it's fine. We are not praying before time. Based on observation done for a few days, not for the whole summer. Wallahu ta'ala alam. Yes?
During traveling time, can we combine the prayer?
Combine?
Traveling.
Of course, when you're traveling, yes.
Combine the prayer?
More than 83 kilometers, you can combine between the prayers. And you don't have to wait until you pass 83 kilometers. As long as your journey is a long trip, 100 kilometers, you can start combining the moment you leave the boundaries, the city limit, the boundaries of your town, the city limit, then you can benefit from the concession of traveling. If you are fasting, Ramadan, you can break your fast if you want. You don't have to be tired, extremely tired, to break your fast. If you are traveling, you can break your fast. But it's better to fast, because Ramadan is precious time. It's a good time. Because you'll be fasting these days after Ramadan. Still have time, I think. Yes, brother. Go ahead.
Just a quick question. Let's say Dhuhr is 1:30 and you deliberately delay for like 30 minutes, like 1 hour, person will be busy doing something. Is it just a makruh or is it just even like 5?
It's always good to pray in the beginning, like within 15, 20 minutes. But if you delay it, it's okay. It's not haram. Even if you pray Dhuhr at 4 o'clock, it's not haram. Even if you pray Dhuhr at 5 o'clock, it's not haram. Dhuhr, the time for Dhuhr extends till Asr prayer, till Asr time. The problem, you have to be careful about Asr. You need to avoid praying Asr within 15 minutes before or 20 minutes before Maghrib.
So you can deliberate the question.
I'm talking about Asr. But Dhuhr, it's okay. You can, but it's always good to pray in the beginning. في أول الوقت. It is highly recommended. But it's not haram to delay it 1 hour. It's not. The brother is saying, yani, the multiplication of the reward for those who pray in jama'ah, in congregation, 25 times better than those who offer their prayer individually. Is it for those who pray in the masjid, or for those who pray in congregation, in their workplace, or in the marketplace, or at home? Some people will say, I'm praying at home with my wife and my children, and it is a jama'ah. We're doing jama'ah at home. If you go back to a famous hadith that was narrated by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, actually Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam explained the reason these rewards are multiplied. He said, the person makes wudu at home. When he makes wudu at home and leaves his house with the intention of praying in the masjid, the hadith is clearly saying that this is the process, like he's telling us about the process. And he said, لا يخرجه إلا الصلاة. He does not leave for any other purpose except to offer his prayer, except to offer his prayer in the masjid. So his intention is to offer the prayer in the masjid. So he said, whenever he makes a step, one step will raise, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise his rank. We don't know what kind of ranks in Jannah, Allah ta'ala alam. We will know inshallah on the day of judgment. Inshallah, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. He will raise his rank 1 degree. And with the other step, he will erase one of his sins. Until he comes to the masjid. And he said, when he's waiting for the salat, he's actually in salat. And he prays with the jama'ah, and then he gets this reward. And he doesn't create any problems in the masjid. He doesn't, he said, have a dispute with anyone. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned all these conditions. So he said, because he said the person who prays in jama'ah will get this reward. And then he explained. He said he gets this reward because of this and this and that. So, and he was talking about people going to the masajid. So this is the opinion of many scholars, including Ibn Hajar. He said, no, it is for those who pray in the houses of Allah. Yeah. There are amazing benefits for those who pray in the masjid. And majority of the ummah are heedless about these benefits. And even if you keep talking about these benefits on the minbar, you see that the number of people praying in the masjid is not increasing. I don't know, it's amazing. Because they always have in mind that Salat al-Jama'ah could be Fard Kifaya, communal obligation. Some other ulama, they said it's highly recommended, Sunnah Mu'akkada, so it's not an obligation, I don't have to go. But they believe that Jumu'ah, or at least the people who are coming for Jumu'ah, the 5,000, 6,000 people who are coming to the Jumu'ah, they believe Jumu'ah is an obligation, so they make the effort and they come for Jumu'ah. You look at the lifestyle of Muhammad ﷺ and his companion, they used to pray the 5 daily prayers in the masjid. Unless someone has an excuse, he's eating his lunch or dinner with his family, or he's far away in a different place, or he's sick, or the weather conditions are very bad. There are some excuses in Sharia, alhamdulillah. Our deen is very flexible and waqi'i, realistic. It's a realistic lifestyle. And it doesn't tell you, you have to go to the masjid all the time, even if you have an excuse. Even though some Sahaba used to be very sick and they used to go to the masjid. And even when facing some difficulties, they would try. So we are different. We look always for these excuses. And anyway, if you have an excuse, you can miss it. If you don't have, I am inclined. I'm not confident 100% that it is wajib for to pray the 5 daily prayers in the masjid, but I am inclined towards this opinion. But I cannot say I'm 100% confident that it is wajib for every male member of the community to pray the 5 daily prayers in the masjid. Wallahu ta'ala. But you study the hadith, you find out that it is extremely important for male members of the community to pray in the masjid. Naam. If you want. The young boy is saying, if you pray by yourself and someone else comes later on, are you allowed to pray with him again? If you want, yes. You get the reward of jama'ah. You give him a sadaqah, you'll be giving him a sadaqah, like a charity. And it will be a nafilah for you. So he gets the reward of the jama'ah because of your participation.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You were
Go ahead.
talking about two adhan during the time of the Prophet ﷺ. Did both of them carry the Salatul Khairu Minan Nawm?
I believe is the last one. Wallahu ta'ala. The last one. Salatu Khairu Min Nawm is to be said in the last one, because there is no salat with the first adhan. It's not for salat. The first adhan was not for salat. Bilal radiallahu anhu meant to wake up people. Hey, wake up, have your suhoor, and get ready for Fajr. Why it is behind here in Canada? Because Maghrib time in Canada here in the summer is around 90. It goes up to 9:55. We are following Maghrib time, the disappearance of the sun. The sun has to disappear. We cannot break our fast before the sun disappears, before ghurub, sunset. So sunset in Pakistan or India, which country you are talking about, takes place around 7. So they are allowed to break their fast at 7, because ghurub time there is 7. Here in Calgary, ghurub time in June will be 9:55. So we have to wait till 9:55. And then we will get more hasanat, inshallah. Inshallah, with good intention. Yes, brother.
What about the places that, like Scandinavian countries, they have a sunset, like maybe midnight or 1 a.m. or something like that?
Yeah, they have their own fatwas. They have their own rules.
Places, like they don't have a sunset.
Yeah. The ulama have solved it, solved this problem. Based on a hadith, a story that took place at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I'll finish with this. I'll explain it and then we'll finish with this, inshallah. If people are not able to observe these natural events, so the ulama, they said, they calculate their timings, their prayer times based on the closest city to their city, in which people are able to observe these natural events. So let's say we are in the northern part of Canada, Yellowknife or whatever, and then they look at Fort McMurray مثلا. So this is the closest place to them where people are able to see the redness disappearing and ghurub and everything. So they calculate there the times of their prayer based on the time of Fort McMurray, not Mecca. Because there is an opinion, a Turkish scholar, professor, who did a research about it, and he said it's okay for these Muslims to break their fast based on the timing, ghurub time in Mecca. They will be actually breaking their fast at Asr time. So the most correct opinion is that they calculate their times based on the closest city in which Muslims are able to watch and observe this natural. So this is estimation. So what is the dalil for estimation? Rasulullah ﷺ was talking to the Sahaba about the Dajjal. He said the Dajjal, when he appears at the end of time, there will be supernatural events, things that are weird and crazy. So he said one day will be like 1 year. 1 year we don't see darkness. So 360, equivalent to 360 days, we don't see darkness. And then night time will come. The second day will be the length of 1 month. And the third day will be the length of 1 week. And the rest, because he will stay on earth 40 days, the rest of the days are like our days, the last 37 days. So the Sahaba, when they heard this, the first question that came to their mind is prayer. So it shows that you used to be concerned about their prayers. So they asked him, how are we going to pray? And he said, estimate your timings. Estimate. You don't have another solution. You don't have another tool, method to calculate your timings. So he said, make your own estimation. So the ulama, they said, those Muslims who live in those places, they have to make their estimations, and their estimations, they have to be based on the closest town to them. It makes sense. You know, you don't ignore 4th Makmari and you go to Mecca. I mean, it doesn't make sense at all. It's a different area, part of the world. Jazakumullahu khairan. Subhanakallahumma hamdik, shadu an la ilaha illa anta